Hi, if you want to watch exclusive content with hot girls that is not on YouTube, namely, where Naruto roasts Kushina Mikoto and many other hot girls without restrictions, then visit my channel Busty and subscribe by the link in the description. Konohagakure is a village hidden in the leaves located in the Land of Fire. After the end of the Second Shinobi World War, Konohagakure gained both the greatest heroes and great losses among the shinobi. All 5 great villages became known for such shinobi as the 3 legendary Sannin, White Fang and other ninja who demonstrated their skills. Now, a thoughtful boy was walking through the busy Uchiha district, who looked to be about 4 years old with spiky black hair and onyx eyes. It was Naruto Uchiha, the son of the previous head of the Uchiha clan, Kagami, who died heroically in the war. After the death of his father, the boy became an orphan, because his mother, Mikama Uchiha, died during his birth. Naruto, walking along the road, thought about topics that an ordinary child is not capable of. He thought about why life is given if sooner or later it will end anyway, why you need to strive for strength if in the end you will die. He did not find an answer to his questions and continued walking until someone answered him. "Naruto?" said the tall dark-haired man. "Ah, yes, Shinji-san, do you need anything?" said the boy, coming out of his thoughts. "Yes, let's talk over a cup of tea?" Shinji answered him, hesitating a little, apparently imagining how he would have to explain to a small child that his father had died, leaving him his legacy. "Okay," said the boy, following the man to his house. They walked the entire way in silence, both lost in their own thoughts. Naruto returned to the previous topic of his reasoning, while Shinji thought about what to say to the little boy so that he would not fall into despair. At this rate, they reached a 2-story house in traditional Japanese style. Opening the door, they were met by a beautiful woman of about 20 to 25 years old with black-blue short hair and black eyes, and behind her, a boy of the same age as Naruto was playing. "Meet my wife Mei, and behind her is our son Fugaku. By the way, you are the same age," Shinji said good-naturedly. "Hello, you are Naruto," said the woman with a sweet smile, stroking the boy's hair. To which he merely nodded in greeting and agreement. "I see you are a real Uchiha, just a child, but so taciturn and serious," the woman muttered, theatrically pouting. "Okay, you're probably hungry, let's go to the table, I've prepared a delicious dinner," Mei said, first leading the guest into the bathroom, then into the kitchen. As Naruto entered the kitchen, he caught the pleasant aroma of rice and fish. Looking around the room, he saw everyone sitting in their places, waiting for him to start eating. After 10 minutes of eating delicious food made with love, Naruto thanked the hostess and looked at Shinji with a heavy look. He assumed that the man wanted to talk to him about his father, and that he should lead the clan after a while, and prepared for the conversation. Seeing this look from the child, he unconsciously cringed. After coughing and looking towards Mei, he hinted to his wife that they should stay here alone, and Mei immediately understood the hint, took Fugaku's hand and went with him outside to do her business. "So what did you want to talk about, Shinji-san? You know that the Second Shinobi World War ended recently?" Shinji said, slowly getting down to business. "Yes, so you wanted to talk to me about my father and our clan?" Naruto put forward his proposal. Shinji was not a little surprised by the boy's intelligence, and continued the dialogue. "Yes, I would like to discuss this with you," but he was interrupted by the boy. "Thank you, Shinji-san, but don't talk about your father. I know that he died in the war. After all, rumors spread very quickly, and I have good hearing. Let's discuss what will happen to the clan, because I'm still too young to become the head of the clan. And I have no desire to become one," said the little boy, not voicing his last words. Shinji studied the floor thoroughly with his jaw from what this child said. After all, he did not expect that a boy of the same age, that his son would think like an adult, and would not try to get false hopes about his father, but would immediately move on to an important topic. "I wouldn't close the topic about Kagami. As his friend, he left me a gift for you, and I am ready to give it to you." With these words, Shinji handed Naruto a small scroll, which he immediately placed next to himself. "I'll probably read it at home, but thanks for passing it on to me. So, about the clan," the boy changed the topic again. "As you said, you are too young and unable to keep the entire clan in check, so, at the last council, it was decided to give you the opportunity to lead the clan upon reaching the rank of Jounin. Until then, the clan will be led by the temporary head and elders. May I ask who was chosen as the interim head?" "Me," Shinji said proudly, slightly sticking out his chest. "A good decision, since you were a friend of my father, and have more or less good relations with me." After this conversation, they began a casual conversation over a cup of tea. Shinji-san, can I ask you a question? Naruto said, taking a sip of tea. Yes, of course, whatever interests you. What is life for? What is its meaning? Naruto said casually, and Shinji in turn choked on his tea. Well, he didn't expect such a question, but then he started talking. What is life for, you say? Life is a very beautiful and fleeting phenomenon, which is given to us only once. A person has very little time to try or study everything, and even less for a shinobi. But it is beautiful because it does not stretch out like a long and boring novel, like War and Peace or One Piece. But it is not boring. You must understand the delights of life yourself, and find your own meaning in it. Shinji finished his instructive monologue. I have one more question. If life is short, then why try to be strong? And the answer to this question is simple: to stretch out this short life. If you are strong, then no one will be able to take it away from you and for the people dear to you. After the man's words, Naruto seemed to have realized something and decided to go home. Having said goodbye to Shinji, he went straight home again, lost in thoughts but already thinking about the glory of his father's friend. Part 2 Thunderclouds fell on the village of Konohagakure, preventing the sun's rays from giving the same light and warmth. The village was as quiet as water. On the streets you could see 2 or 3 people heading for shelter from the pouring rain. In the same lifeless Uchiha quarter, in the house of the deceased clan leader, a boy sat by the window, holding a small scroll in his hands, shedding tears of bitterness and watching the deeds of nature with eyes red as blood. In his eyes, 2 black tamo could be seen around a dot in the center. Of course, after reading the contents of the scroll left by Kagami Uchiha, all those memories that he had stored away in the depths of his consciousness came flooding back to him. After all, no matter how sane and calm Naruto seemed, he was a simple child who lost his father due to disagreements between countries. It was as if he had just realized his father's death and that he was left alone without parental care. Experiencing anxiety and strong emotions, he awakened the great dojutsu of his clan, or the great curse as his father Kagami Uchiha believed it to be. Looking at the reflections in the window, he studied his eyes and was amazed at how clearly he began to see. Will I be able to justify all those hopes of people and my father placed on me with these eyes? Sounded in his head. After a short break, he finished reading the second part of the scroll, which did not cause him the same emotions as the first. In it, Kagami wrote about his training and that he must be strong so as not to end up like him. The scroll said that in his office on the 2nd floor there is his training plan for the next 5 years and elemental techniques from C to A rank and the art of genjutsu. Time skip 1 month. Naruto was not a fool and understood that without proper body preparation he would not be able to master high-ranking techniques right away. He had to start with the basics, and he understood that. That's why he got up at 6 a.m. for a month and trained his body. During this month, he did not leave the clan's territory. Mei came to him from time to time and taught him the art of cooking and left him a recipe book. Thanks to Mei's lessons, he no longer needed ready-made food but cooked it himself. On one of those weekdays, Naruto got up as usual at 6 a.m., he washed himself, made breakfast and began to study the training plan for today. But the content surprised him. After all, in addition to physical exercises, there was the awakening of the chakra center. After finishing his training at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, he went to the house of the temporary head of the Uchiha clan. After walking all the way in excitement, he finally arrived. Hello, Shinji-san! The boy exclaimed, not hiding his condition. Oh, Naruto, hello, said the man, clearly surprised by Naruto's state. I see you are full of enthusiasm. Yes, after reading the scroll left by my father, I began training according to his program and today it was written there that I need to awaken the chakra center strictly under your supervision, Naruto said, passing on his father's message to Shinji. Well done, you haven't given up on training and are strictly following the plan, said the man, hiding the notes of fatigue in his voice. After all, as it turned out, being the head of an entire clan, and a very proud clan at that, is very difficult. He does not have the strength and time to be with his family and educate his own son. And then another problem fell on his head, to help a child who does not understand the basics, chakra management. But despite this, he said the following. Come with me to the backyard, I'll explain and show you everything there. Walking behind the man to the small polygon, he noted that it was half the size of his polygon near his house. So they walked in silence to the edge of the polygon, where there was a tree. Sitting under it, the man began a dialogue. Well, Naruto, let me tell you what chakra is and what it's all about, because without theory, nothing will work out in practice. Having said this, Shinji was preparing to continue, but was interrupted by Naruto. Chakra is a component that is essential to the execution of most basic techniques, through various methods, the most common of which are hand seals. Chakra can be controlled and manipulated to create some superhuman effect that would otherwise be impossible to achieve without these methods. This includes abilities such as walking on water, breathing fire from the chest, and creating illusions. Chakra is usually invisible to the naked eye, with the exception of highly concentrated chakra or its manifestation in large quantities, and can also be seen through dojutsu such as the Sharingan or Byakugan, as Naruto explained from the textbook. Shinji was surprised by Naruto's knowledge and on the one hand was incredibly glad that he didn't have to explain everything to the boy. Well, Naruto, since you know the theory, let's move on to practice. In order to awaken the chakra center, you need to feel it in your stomach. It will feel like a fire in your body, and of course you need to be patient. It takes a lot of time. At Shinji's words, Naruto merely nodded and sat in the lotus position, closing his eyes. Shinji was pleased with the boy's actions and went home to do his own thing. From time to time the man watched Naruto and was amazed at how he was still sitting motionless for an hour. After the same amount of time, Naruto clearly felt a fire inside himself and began to remember this feeling. After he finished, he slowly opened his left eye, a sign that something had happened, and as if with a snap of his fingers, Shinji appeared. "It doesn't work?" the man said with some understanding. "Exactly the opposite, I did it," Naruto said proudly. "It can't be," said Shinji and activated his Sharingan, starting to teach the boy. "Yes, you are a genius that the world has never seen," said the shocked temporary head, having noticed the changes in Naruto's chakra center. "Since you've managed to do this, start dispersing the chakra throughout your body. This will help you improve your control over both the chakra and its quantity." The eldest of the Uchiha gave the instructions. Naruto closed his eyes again and began to remember that feeling and began to imagine how chakra spread through every cell of the body. "You're doing it just perfectly. Keep up the pace," Naruto praised Shinji. "Thank you very much, Shinji-san, for helping to awaken and improve control. But I really have to go. I don't want to disturb you. You are probably very tired and want to rest near your family," said the boy, bowing slightly and quickly heading home. And Shinji was left thinking about the fact that Naruto has extensive knowledge, genius, and does what ordinary shinobi do in at least a week in some measly 2 hours. Time skip 1 month. Nothing happened for a month. Naruto trained at the same pace according to the plan drawn up by Kagami Uchiha. His day began at 6 a.m. He got up, cooked breakfast and then went to the training ground located in the backyard. He began a warm-up and then physical exercises. He ran 20 crews around the training ground, then did 25 push-ups, 60 squats, 35 sit-ups, 15 pull-ups and hung on the horizontal bar for 20 minutes at the end. After that, he improved his chakra control until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then he had lunch and read books. But today was different from the others. After finishing training, he was very disappointed, because yesterday, while reading an interesting book, he did not notice how Mei refused to deliver food. "Okay, I need to unwind. After all, I haven't left the clan for 2 months," sounded in his thoughts. Putting on dark knee-length shorts, a light t-shirt and a light sweater with the Uchiha sign on top, Naruto went to the market taking money with him. Naruto walked slowly with his hands in his pockets until he was answered. "Naruto, where are you going?" said a man in a military police uniform who was standing and guarding the clan gate. "For groceries. Yesterday I forgot to tell Mei to buy some for me too." "Okay, just be careful," the guard said as he let Naruto into the village. A boy Uchiha was walking through the village with large bags containing food for a month. Halfway to his clan, he heard a girl's voice. "Go to hell, my hair is fine," the girl almost screamed. "Apparently you weren't taught any manners. Well, okay, it's not too much trouble, I'll take care of it," the boy's angry voice was heard. Naruto became interested and went to the alley and saw a crying girl his age and a boy of about 11 who was about to beat the little girl. What he saw made the blood in his veins boil. He even wondered why he was so angry and wanted to protect the girl he saw for the first time. But no matter, seeing how the boy was not going to stop, his anger reached its peak and he unconsciously activated his Sharingan. Abruptly throwing down the bags in his hands, he attracted the attention of 2 pairs of eyes. "And who are you? Get out of here quickly, little one, or you'll get it too. Such people will be shinobi? It's a disgrace to Konohagakure," Uchiha said arrogantly. "Hey kid, you should watch your language, but okay, I'm a good teacher and I'll show you the ropes." And you talk less, said Naruto, taking a stone from under his feet and throwing it so that it bounced off the wall and hit the wall of the boy. Without standing for long, Naruto rushed towards the boy and wanted to hit him in the face. But he immediately grabbed his leg, turning his body in the air. Naruto hit him on the head with his other leg, thereby releasing the leg. Well, kid, you've played too much. Having said this, the boy began to run towards Naruto, preparing a blow. Thanks to his eyes, he saw everything as if in slow motion, and dodging another blow, Naruto delivered his counterblow with his foot to the boy's Adam's apple, thereby knocking him out. Taking advantage of this, Naruto kicked the boy in the temple with a roundhouse kick, knocking him out. How are you? The boy asked, directing his scarlet eyes at the girl. And then it's normal. The girl was confused by the eyes of the man who had just helped her. Thank you for standing up for me, the girl said more confidently. And Naruto stood and studied the girl with his usual black as night eyes. The change of eyes made the cute round face with purple eyes, a neat nose and lips, and a line show surprise. After all, she saw such a phenomenon for the first time. Seeing the studying look on herself, she also began to look at the boy, sharp and aristocratic features. Minutes ago scarlet like her hair, eyes became onyx. On her head was a mess of black as night hair. So they stood for about a minute until Naruto voiced his thoughts out loud. Cutie. After his words, the girl turned as red as her hair. Aren't they terrible? Everyone in the village says so. After what was said, the girl became upset again, and tears began to appear on her face again. Why would you listen to scum who are incapable of anything but criticism? Your hair is beautiful to me, said the boy, approaching and wiping away the girl's tears. Spa with thank you, the girl softened, crying even more. Come on, don't cry, said Naruto, hugging and comforting the girl. After standing like this for about 5 minutes, the girl calmed down and moved away from Naruto. Naruto Uchiha, Naruto extended his hand. Kushina Uzumaki, she said with full enthusiasm, glad to meet you. Kushina, where do you live? Let me walk you there, Naruto suggested with some inner feeling that he had to protect this girl. Okay, she replied, starting to walk towards her house. On the way to Kushina's house they chatted about various topics, learning more about each other. But most of all, Kushina talked about herself and asked Naruto questions to which he answered honestly. Passing by a candy store, Naruto could not resist buying himself and Kushina a box of dango, to which she was very grateful. Walking like this for 10 minutes, they were getting further and further away from the center and approaching not the newest dormitory in Konohagakure. Seeing this, Naruto frowned more and more, seeing all the looks on Kushina. Listen, Kushina, are you new? I just haven't seen you before. And not seeing such gorgeous locks of hair is a mistake, Naruto asked, which made Kushina shudder and get upset. Yes, I came from Uzushio. Since my village was destroyed I moved to the allied one. Is there anyone else from Uzumaki who will move here? Yes, my mentor Mito Uzumaki. While they were talking like this, they didn't notice how they had already entered a very small room and started preparing food from the products that Naruto had taken. Why don't you tell me that you are being pestered by the villagers of Mito or your parents? Naruto asked casually. My parents died in the village saving me, she answered sadly, remembering that day. You and I are similar. I am also an orphan. My mother died during childbirth, and my father died in the war, said Naruto. So they sat until the very night, talking about all sorts of things and eating all sorts of tasty things. Part 3 Commentary on Part 3. It turns out that writing FF is hard, loudly crying face. Meanwhile, the Uchiha clan was not calm. About 20 members of the Konoha police gathered in front of the temporary head of the clan's house, and the head himself stood in front of them. Search the entire village, look in every corner, alley, if it comes down to it, check the houses, you must find Naruto. Shinji's commanding tone was heard. Hi. After the words, 20 ninjas in front of the house, there was no one left. Everyone went to search. Of course, Shinji was filled with rage. The fact that the future head of the clan had gone into the village himself and had not returned until nightfall was the reason for his restless behavior. Although he had already called the veteran who guarded the clan gate all the swear words he knew, it did not make him feel better, and a few moments later, he too disappeared from sight and went in search. In the night village, representatives of the Uchiha clan with scarlet eyes were running around at a fast pace. This sight seriously scared everyone, because seeing many pairs of scarlet eyes in the dark that scan everything looks scary. Most of the Uchiha focused on the search did not notice the surveillance of people in masks. Only those who had 3 tomo, or good sensory skills, noticed them. Those who noticed the ANBU were 100% sure that these were Danzo's ANBU. When so many Uchiha came out and looked for someone, he would be interested. Noticing that he was being followed, one of the Uchiha went to Shinji to report the situation. "Shinji-sama, wait," responded the head of the clan, Uchiha. "What is Mirai?" the man said. Seeing the Sharingan in the leader's eyes, Mirai continued speaking without making a sound, seeing the movement of the lips. With the help of the Sharingan, it was not difficult to understand what the Uchiha wanted to say. "Don't stop," Shinji said. After these words, he continued speaking silently. "Continue searching. After finding Naruto, do not give the appearance of the end of the operation and wait for my arrival." The order escaped from Shinji's lips without a single sound. Seeing that the Uchihas clearly suspected the ANBU of being followed, he headed to the root base to report this and receive further action. When he reached the head's office, he fell to his knees and began to speak with his head down. "Danzo-sama, as you said, we began to spy on the members of the Uchiha clan, but those who had 3 tomo and good sensory perception noticed us, and Mirai Uchiha most likely reported this to the temporary head of the clan, Shinji Uchiha. I was unable to understand what they were talking about. It was dark and they did not make a single sound, speaking and reading lips." The ANBU concluded his report. After his words, the black-haired man with the cross-shaped scar on his chin sitting at the table frowned. "You are a bunch of useless trash. Can you not be relied on at all? Okay, your final goal is still not a failure, but now all the Uchiha will be on guard. Your mission has become noticeably more difficult. These Uchiha are clearly looking for something. Since they are all using the Sharingan, you must find what they are looking for, understand?" Danzo announced his order. "Hi." While the village was in turmoil, Naruto sat next to Kushina, sipping hot tea and watching Konohagakure at night. "Listen, Kushina, what was your village like?" Naruto asked, filled with enthusiasm from Kushina. "Oh, it was beautiful. Although the style of the houses was similar, the residents were very kind, not like here, and only uzumaki lived in our village, and their number was the same as in Konoha. But the sizes were different. We had a lot of free space. Our village is twice as big as yours, and in general, all uzumaki are freedom-loving," Kushina said enthusiastically. "Aren't you cramped here?" the boy asked. "Well, I'm still small, but I think in the future I'll definitely live in a huge house." "And you are sweet when you tell something with great enthusiasm." "Thank you." Kushina blushed slightly. "Would you like to live with someone like me in a big house?" "Of course, you still ask. You are very kind. Of course I would like to live together and in a big house." Naruto thought about why he wanted to be as close as possible and protect this girl. He thought about asking Shinji's permission for Kushina to move in with them, and only after that tell her about it. After all, if he gets a refusal, he won't be able to look at the sad face of this red-haired girl. When suddenly he noticed several Uchiha who were looking for something, he jumped up abruptly, realizing that he had to go home and not sit here. Noticing the boy's movement, Kushina looked at him and asked, "What is Naruto?" Well, the thing is that I should be home now, and since I'm here, a whole clan is looking for me," the boy said loudly. "What will happen now?" asked the girl, clearly worried that she would not be able to see the friend who saved her anymore. "Don't worry, it's nothing serious." "How is it that there is nothing serious if the whole clan is looking for you?" Kushina said angrily, hitting Naruto on the head. "Oh, I understand everything, sorry." After these words, Naruto went to the window, seeing how several of the Uchiha were walking around. Seeing the gesture to open the window, he immediately did it, after which a kunai with a note flies through the window. "What is this?" Kushina asked. After reading the note, Naruto began to speak. "Now in 3 hours Shinji-san, that is, the head of the Uchiha clan, will come here. Until then, we need to curtain the window and wait quietly." After handing over the note, Mirai went to Shinji to report Naruto's location. Finding him, he nodded weakly, indicating that he had found him, after which the man gave a burst of chakra, calling everyone to him. After a few minutes, the same Uchihas who were standing in front of the temporary clan head's house gathered again, and the Uchihas began their performance. "Did you find it?" "No," 20 shinobi said at the same time. "Then we go outside the village, quickly examine the surroundings and the land of fire." "Hi," and all the ninjas disappeared just like that. The ANBU who was watching also disappeared. "Danzo-sama, they found nothing. All the Uchihas went outside of Konoha. They want to search the entire land of fire," the ANBU said without raising his head. "Danzo-sama, Shinji Uchiha has headed to his home," another ANBU reported, appearing in the office. Continue surveillance. Hi, and the ANBU immediately disappeared. So they didn't find anything in the village, continue to follow each Uchiha unnoticed, and don't attack. They are extremely attentive now and also know that you are following them. Those consumed by rage may come here, and at the moment we don't have enough units to fight the entire Uchiha clan. Hi. Shinji began to dress in black pants, a jacket, and a mask in his house. Then, creating a shadow clone, he sent it to distract the attention of Danzo's ANBU. The shadow clone left the house and gathered 15 people around him, giving them the task of protecting the clan, while the original went through the yard and went towards Naruto. Moving under the cover of night, he reached Naruto's location without being noticed. He climbed into the small apartment through an open window. Closing it, he looked at Naruto and the girl with blood-red hair next to him with a worried look. "Naruto, are you coming?" the man said sternly. "Shinji-san, let's talk in private," asked the boy. After his words, Kushina left the kitchen, closing the door behind her. "So now I demand an explanation." After which Naruto recounted the entire day. "Please forgive me, I will not go outside the clan's territory again without your consent," the boy apologized. "You know that because of you I raised the whole clan, and besides, one of the elders has a grudge against us? I assure you, Shinji-san, after I become strong, I will remove him." "Okay, and who is this?" Having calmed down, he remembered about the girl Shinzi. "And she is my new friend Kushina Uzumaki, and regarding her, I have one request for you." "What?" Shinji sighed slightly. "Can she move into my house?" "No," the man immediately interrupted. "Do you at least know what role she plays for the village, and what kind of relationship we have with her?" "The top brass will never give her guardianship," Shinji said in a serious tone. "Well, please, what if we do everything the hard way? For example, replace her with a clone under the henge?" asked the boy with puppy eyes. "No, if this comes to light, we'll be in trouble. Please, Shinji-san, this will be my last request. I will not disturb you anymore, and will not make mistakes like today." Naruto did not back down from his. "After all, this happened because she lives God knows where. You know that she is studying with Mito-sama herself, and she won't be able to just sit at home. We can tell her everything, she will understand and will be glad that someone is watching Kushina. At the clan council, support from Mito will be useful to protect herself from the elder." "Okay, but if something goes wrong, you won't see her anymore, got it?" He finally gave in under the pretext of support from Mito Shinji. "Hooray! Shinji-san, you are simply the best," said the boy, happy that he will be able to live with Kushina. After this conversation, Naruto told Kushina the good news, and after Shinji created a clone under the henge, he took the two children into the clan. Commentary on Part 3. In theory I wanted to write more but I didn't have the energy to do it. Part 4 Commentary on Part 4. This chapter took a long time. Pensive face, I think you'll like it. "And you live here all alone?" Kushina said, stunned, seeing the huge house. "Well, now we live together. Okay, let's go, I'll show you the house from the inside." Entering the house, Kushina saw a spacious hall that leads to a large room and is separated by a bar counter from the kitchen. In addition to the hall, 2 more doors and 1 passage that led to the second floor were visible in the hall. Behind the doors were a toilet and a bathroom. On the second floor, Kushina saw a passage with 4 doors, behind which were another toilet, Naruto's room, his parents' room, and Kagami's office. Having finished the tour of the house, Naruto decided to completely wash off the dirt from Kushina's clothes and herself, which appeared because of the children who caused her problems. "Kushina, let's take a bath and finally end this day," Naruto said, leading Kushina to the bath. Is it normal for 2 people to take a bath?" asked Kushina, red as a tomato. "Well, yes, I don't see anything wrong with that. I remember always taking a bath with my father. If you bathe yourself, you won't be able to wipe your back." Entering the bathroom, Kushina saw a very large room with a shower, a place to wash, and a huge bathtub the size of a small pool. Naruto undressed automatically and began to collect things for washing. Seeing how the girl hesitated, he approached and with sharp movements took off her clothes from something that flared red. "What are you doing? You can't do that to girls," Kushina said angrily, hitting Naruto on the head. He was confused by Kushina's quick change of mood, and he rubbed the bruised area. "I understood everything, I'm sorry." After these words, they began to wash themselves and Naruto helped Kushina apply shampoo to her long red hair. "I don't know why everyone says this, but I really like your hair," It's so rich, Naruto said what he was thinking. Thank you? After finishing bathing in the bathroom, Naruto gave Kushina his clean set of clothes consisting of black knee-length shorts and a white t-shirt with the Uchiha sign. Clean but wildly tired, they went to the second floor to Naruto's room. You can sleep here. What about you? Where will you sleep? Kushina asked, puzzled. I'll sleep downstairs on the sofa. No way, you won't sleep on the couch in your own home. And what do you suggest? I can't sleep in my parents' room. This place makes me lose myself in my thoughts. Then we will sleep together on your bed, the girl said confidently. Well, maybe I should sleep on the sofa? No, all this is not up for discussion, said Kushina. Okay, as you say. And so they went to bed. At one point, half asleep, Naruto felt a foot fall on him and a little girl's hand embrace him, to which the boy only acquired in response and fell asleep in an embrace with the girl. In the morning, Naruto woke up as usual at 6 a.m., but this time he couldn't move. They hugged him, so much afraid of losing him. Turning his head, he saw the peace on the face of the girl who held him in her grip. Looking at her, he involuntarily admired and fell into his thoughts. And why is it that I feel so calm next to her and all unnecessary thoughts disappear? She hit me twice yesterday, but I didn't get angry. On the contrary, I came to my senses and realized my mistakes. Since she has such an effect on me, then I must repay her with care and protection. Yes, I will definitely be there and protect her now. Naruto decided for himself. Coming out of his thoughts, Naruto somehow got out of these embraces and began to prepare breakfast for two. At the same time, Kushina woke up 20 minutes after Naruto woke up and felt a wonderful aroma. Putting on what Naruto gave her yesterday, she went downstairs. Oh, you're already awake. Yes, you know, I didn't imagine that you cook so deliciously that even the smell excites. So come on, wash up and let's have breakfast. After the water procedures, the children began to eat food. Listen, Kushina, when do you have classes with Mito-sama? Well, generally, every day from 12 to 4. What does she teach you? So far, only theory on Fuinjutsu and correct writing. I train myself. Don't you want to develop with me? Sounds like a good idea. Kushina was happy that she would now be training. Great, our training will begin after breakfast. After the meal, the children went to the training ground and Naruto gave Kushina a scroll that he himself studied. Then he began his training. 2 hours later, Kushina finished her physical training. Seeing this, Naruto tore himself away from his and began to speak. And you finished it pretty quickly. Well done, Naruto praised the girl for her diligence. Thank you, but what should I do now? I can't just sit here until classes with Mito-sama start, the girl voiced her thoughts. And who said that this is all for you? You still need to get acquainted with books about the history of Konoha, the basics of shinobi and many other books. No, the girl moaned desperately. After all, she didn't like reading. There are none. You can't go far with just strength, the boy said sternly, giving the girl the books she needed. Taking the books in her hands, Kushina sat down under a tree and began to read. But she did not last long and turned her attention from the book to the black-haired boy who was practicing taijutsu strikes on a dummy. Seeing this, the girl exclaimed, I want that too. Understand, Kushina, I started out like that too. First you need to prepare your body, and only then start learning the basics of shinobi, the boy said instructively, raising one finger. Okay, the girl muttered, starting to read the book again. While the children were quietly engaged in self-improvement, the adult members of the Uchiha clan gathered outside the village. Well, how did you find him? Shinji's steely voice rang out. Yes, he was to the west of the village and was eliminated, Mirai said. Okay, Mirai, stay, the rest are free, the leader gave the order. Hi, after that, only 2 remained in the clearing. Well, the scroll is still there? No, he had it in his bag, Mirai said, handing over the scroll to Shinji. Well done, you did a great job, Mirai, the man praised. Seeing this scene, the ANBU who was watching disappeared. It looks like we deceived Danzo, not letting him know that Naruto disappeared and was found yesterday. Yes, you are right, Shinji-sama. As I said yesterday, I will strengthen the clan's security and especially for you, Mirai, please watch and if necessary, protect Naruto and his cohabitant, Shinji gave the order. Hi. Danzo-sama, the Uchiha mission is complete. They all just returned and found what they were looking for, or rather, it seems some renegade ninja snuck in and stole a scroll that was very important to the Uchiha. Because of him, they searched all of Konoha yesterday and found him to the west of the village, eliminated him, and took the scroll. At the moment, the clan's security is on alert. The ANBU has finished his report. So it's good that we know the reason and that it's possible to infiltrate the Red-Eyed clan. But it's not worth doing now, and stop spying on the Uchihas for a while. They're extremely vigilant now. Danzo finished his verdict. Hey, Danzo-sama. At the same time, Naruto and Kushina finished their business, and we're going to cook lunch together, and then go to classes with Mito. What are we going to eat? Naruto asked, opening the refrigerator. I don't think I'd refuse some ramen. Okay, ramen, so ramen, Naruto agreed, taking the necessary ingredients. After 30 minutes of cooking and then eating the magical ramen, the children began to get ready. After finishing their preparations, they went outside, and after a few steps, a male voice answered them. Wait, Naruto. Ah? And this is you, Mirai, hello, did you want something? Yes, I wanted to say that this girl can't go out into the village like that. You either need to put on something with a hood and hide your red hair or change clothes. The fact that a red-haired girl is walking around with the Uchiha crest on her back will raise a lot of questions. Mirai finished the warning. Okay, no problem, said the boy, taking off his light sweater and giving it to Kushina. And also, when she's around you, let her hide her hair, the man whispered, so that only Naruto could hear him. To which the boy only nodded and took the girl's hand, continuing on along the planned route. 2 5-year-old children came out of the Uchiha clan gate. One was a girl, who was wearing black knee-length shorts, a white t-shirt and a light hooded sweatshirt covering her hair, and next to her, arm in arm, was a boy, in light shorts and a t-shirt with the Uchiha crest. They were heading towards the house of the first hokage, and behind the children, at a distance of 20 meters, was a man of about 25 years old in a military police uniform, walking like this for about 10 minutes. Naruto could not shake the feeling that someone was watching him. Quickly turning around, he saw Mirai Uchiha watching them at a decent distance. Noticing Naruto's gaze, Mirai quickly approached. You are attentive, said the man, stupidly scratching the back of his head. Well, you weren't really hiding it, the boy said indifferently. We've already arrived. The girl interrupted the conversation, pointing to a medium-sized house. There is a barrier here. It only lets a certain circle of people through. You can wait for me here, the girl explained, leaving the 2 Uchiha outside. Entering the house, she was met by a very old woman. There was a diamond on her forehead. Her eyes had lost their former shine, and her hair had become gray. Hello, Mito-sama, the girl greeted politely. Hello, little Kushina, how are you doing? The former melodic voice rang out. Yes, everything is fine, Kushina answered energetically. Kushina-chan, who are these people who came with you? The woman asked the new girl's company. Well, the boy's name is Naruto. We met him recently. He is very kind. He saved me from a bully, and from today he started training me physically. And the man next to me, as I understand it, is Mirai. He is a member of the Uchiha clan, like Naruto, the girl finished speaking. Well, I noticed that you belong to the Uchiha by your clothes. Mito noted the new clothes. And this one, Naruto gave it to me, because mine was dirty. Have you been to the Uchiha quarter? Yes, now I live there, together with Naruto. It turns out he is the son of the former head of the Uchiha clan. He has such a big house, the girl said admiringly. Okay then, let's get down to business, Mito interrupted the girl, thinking about the current situation herself. Outside, 2 Uchiha were standing and talking, one an adult and the other still a child. So that's what happened the other day because of me. I'm really sorry that our clan caught the eye of this Danzo. Don't worry, your fault is not significant, he already hates our clan. But still, at the clan council, he will pick Shinji's brains with a spoon. Well, you said the truth, there's no getting away from it, Mirai sighed. And so for 4 hours they talked to each other, and Mirai was amazed by the boy's thinking, until Kushina came out of the building. During her training, Mito felt like 2 fires were standing motionless and waiting for Kushina. This made her happy, because she trusted the Uchiha clan and knew that they were monogamous and would not let anyone hurt Kushina, especially the boy she spoke about so enthusiastically. I'm done, let's go home, Kushina said, running up to the Uchi house. After the girl's words, the 3 of them went towards the block. Having reached it, they went their separate ways after some casual conversation. Okay, kids, I'm going. The neighborhood is safe and you don't need my protection, and my daughter is waiting for me, said the oldest of the 3. Okay, thank you and goodbye, the children said together, walking towards home. Arriving home, the children took a bath like yesterday, and then started cooking. Naruto decided to fully teach Kushina how to cook. After a long training in cooking, they ate and started reading. Kushina continued reading what she started this morning, and Naruto studied his training plan for the future. So Naruto, it's already quite late. Let's go to bed, Kushina said sleepily, pulling the red-eyed man out of his work. Ah, that's true, said the boy, putting the scrolls back in place. After drinking some water before going to bed, the children went up to the second floor and entered Naruto's room. And we'll sleep together today? Naruto asked rhetorically. Yes, to be honest, I'm the only one who's scared, Kushina said awkwardly. After these words, Naruto turned off the light and lay down on the bed with Kushina, hugging her tighter so that she would not feel afraid, and in this position, they quickly fell asleep, looking at the kingdom of Morphus. Part 5 The beginning of the next day was like the previous one. The black-haired and red-haired got up, had breakfast, talked, nothing special. After the morning routine, the children began their usual training. Everything was like yesterday, the same loads and exercises. At the same time, in the Uchiha clan territory, in the building where the clan council was held, 5 Uchiha representatives were sitting. 2 of them were younger. The temporary head of Shinji and the second most powerful in the Mirai clan were sitting opposite 3 old Uchiha whose hair had lost its former color. Their gaze was stern, and their faces were full of wrinkles. Tension reigned in the room. The 3 old men were drilling a hole in Shinji, clearly expressing their displeasure. Well, we are waiting for an explanation. The metallic voice of the elder in the middle was heard. It was a request from the future patriarch of our clan, Shinji said calmly. So what? He's still too young for us to be at his beck and call and fulfill his every wish, the elder said nervously. You shouldn't say such things. This is a good prospect. The genes of the Uzumaki clan are compatible with everyone and provide multiple improvements, the leader said. Don't you think you've taken on this too early? One of the old men asked rhetorically. In no case, this will guarantee that Uzumaki will be for our clan. Mirai continued to defend Naruto's choice. And you didn't think that by taking Uzumaki under your wing, you essentially replaced her, stole her into our clan? A little anger could be heard in the elder's voice. I won't argue with you. It was my mistake to take her without proper preparation of the clone, the head of the clan said without changing his tone. It's good that you understand this, the old man said sarcastically. We are incredibly lucky that by order of the Hokage, all Uzumaki are not being followed. Mito still has weight in the top of Konoha. However, that Uzumaki girl should become the next Jinchuriki of the nine-tailed demon fox. Although not openly, they will follow or keep an eye on her. I think the Hokage will easily recognize the clone under the henge, the third elder said, no longer hiding his nervousness. We can make a deal with Mito-sama. Mirai's voice rang out, drawing the gaze of everyone in the room. Speak, the first elder said in a commanding tone. Yesterday we were near the house of the head of Uzumaki. We drove the girl away to Mito for classes, and it seems she is more or less good-natured towards us. She did not show aggression and did not leave the girl with her. We can ask her to take the clone in the apartment. That way the Hokage is no longer a hindrance. And regarding her conditions, we will not put forward our own. I think for the sake of the future of our clan nothing is too much trouble. Mirai picked up the idea and Shinji finished it. That's what we like more, but what about teaching the girl Fuinjutsu? She should go to Mito, and later she can teach our clan this art. Dye her hair black or brown, wear clothes without the clan banner, that way she won't attract too much attention, and the barrier near Mito's house won't let anyone see her enter the house. Shinji gave his solution. Good, you will do it today. The next piece of advice will be about Danzo, so don't relax, said the second elder, after which all 3 of them stood up and left. Mirai, tell the children about the hair dye right now and make sure that the ANBU don't watch them in the village. If they do, implant false memories, Shinji gave the order. Hi, Shinji-sama. Damn, they look good, but it's written all over their faces. They probably want the Uzumaki and Kyuubi genes and to remove Naruto, putting their sons in place. But that won't happen. I won't allow it. For the sake of Kagami's honor, I'll have to ask Mirai to train Naruto and Kushina later. After their usual training, the children sat and ate in the kitchen until the bell rang indicating that someone had arrived. I'll open it, you sit down, Naruto said, walking towards the door. Hello, Naruto-kun, the man said with a smile. Hello, Mirai, come in, Naruto invited into the house. Oh, thank you, Mirai said, patting Naruto on the head. Tea? I won't refuse. Mirai smiled. Hello, Kushina-chan, the man greeted as he walked into the kitchen. Hello? The girl greeted back. Thank you, Mirai said, taking the tea from Naruto. Well, why did I come? Kushina-chan, We need to dye your hair, then you can walk around the village with confidence. Mirai explained the reason for his arrival. What? Why? I don't want to dye my hair, the girl jumped up abruptly. Kushina-chan, there are no red-haired children in our clan, and you live here. You stand out from the crowd very much. That's why you need a disguise. This is a special assignment from the head of the clan, to disguise yourself as an Uchiha, the elder Uchiha explained, then came up with a reason for the girl. Oh! Since this is a task from the head, I agree, the girl perked up. That's great. Now we'll dye your hair and change your clothes, and you too, Naruto. Naruto only nodded at these words, agreeing with his elder. After a quick tea party, 2 children and 1 man got up from the table and headed to the bathroom. Sit down, Kushina, I'll apply the paint now, said the man. Taking out paint from his vest pocket, Mirai began to gradually apply the jet black paint to the girl's scarlet hair. After finishing this, he washed her hair, which after washing acquired a black-brown tint in some places. Well, now it's ready, Mirai said. How much longer do I have to walk like this? Kushina asked, looking in the mirror. I don't know, probably about 5 years until you grow up and become strong, Mirai thought, then answered, stroking the girl's hair. What? 5 years, the girl was indignant. It's part of your mission as a shinobi, the man chuckled slightly as he said this phrase. 2 black-haired people came out of the bath and headed to the hall for new clothes that Mirai brought. Entering the hall, they saw Naruto standing in a simple black t-shirt and black shorts without anything. Seeing 2 black-haired people, Naruto's eyes widened. Kushina, your hair. I know, they're better than the red ones, right? Kushina said a little sadly. No, the red ones are much better, you were more natural, the younger Uchiha answered sharply. Thank you, the girl, surprised by the backlash, blushed slightly. So, I see you've already put on your outfit, now you're Kushina. Mirai returned everyone to reality with a naked face. Kushina, get dressed, and Naruto and I will talk, said the man, leading the boy behind him. So Naruto, try not to attract too much unnecessary attention, the man warned. I'm ready. Kushina jumped out in the same set of clothes as Naruto, only the t-shirt was lighter. And so the 2 children left the block and Mirai was walking behind them at a distance. The children discussed various topics on their way to Mito until they reached that very house. At the threshold, Mito met them, who sensed the chakra of those walking. The black-haired girl immediately ran up to her, bowed, and entered the house, and the woman made her voice. Why don't you come in too, come in. The 2 Uchiha agreed and also bowed and went into the house. Inside the building they saw a copy of the former red-haired girl, who was sitting on the couch waiting for the training time to pass. Closing the door behind her, the old woman created a clone and ordered him to study with the girl who came, while she would have a constructive conversation with the guests. When the clone left with the girl, the woman spoke. Well, Uchiha, why are you silent? Don't you want to explain? The woman said in a stern tone. It's because of me that she lives in our clan. Having seen her condition and place of residence, I couldn't leave Kushina, the boy's voice rang out. So you're Naruto? Do Naruto know what the consequences will be for your whims? Or didn't Shinji explain it to you? Yes, I know, everything has already been explained to me. But is it bad that Kushina will be safe in our clan? No, it's good, on the contrary. I'm even glad that besides me, someone cares about her. But there are people in the top ranks of Konoha and in your clan who won't leave Kushina alone. We will take care of the safety of the young Uzumaki and protect her from the elders of our clan. Mirai intervened in the dialogue. You? Mito looked questioningly. I am Uchiha Mirai and our leader Uchiha Shinji. And we would like to ask you to take the clone under your care, and in return you can ask for anything you want, Mirai said about the deal. Ha, why do I need a clone? I'll take Kushina herself under my guardianship. Why does she need this masquerade? We can protect her, Naruto countered. I can offer you another deal. If I am not able to protect Kushina from danger, then so be it. She will go to your clan if she wishes, but no one will force her. It must be her own desire, and in exchange, you must protect her from everything, without limiting her. We agree, the Uchihas agreed after a few minutes of consideration. Okay, then I will make a blood oath between us about this agreement. In case of non-compliance, or even if you have thoughts about harming Kushina, you will lose all chakra and become an ordinary person. Come on, I agree to these conditions if you are calm, Naruto said. After the boy's words, Mito took out a knife and cut her palm and Naruto's palm, and then made a few seals, making a contract. That's it, now you're free. Okay, goodbye. The Uchihas said together and left. Well, now there is a guarantee that after sealing the bijou in Kushina, she will be safe. Still, my empathy says that the words of Naruto and the elder Uchiha are not a lie, and after the blood contract, there is nothing to worry about. With such thoughts, Mito went to Kushina, dispelling the clone of Shinji along the way. How is little Kushina doing? Everything is theory as usual, the girl sighed. Kushina, you will now be living with me for a while. The woman decided not to delay with this and said straight away. What? What about Naruto? The girl was surprised. He will definitely come, he won't leave you alone so easily, Mito grinned. Hope. By the way, Kushina, your hair, maybe I should wash out this dye. Yes, I don't like to mix with the crowd, Kushina said happily. Okay, you finish reading first, and then we'll wash off the paint. Commentary on Part 5. I think Kushina should stay with Mito for a while until she becomes a Jinchuriki, and then be more simple about FF. After all, I'm just starting out upside down face. Equals part 6 equals. Commentary on Part 6. I don't know about you, but it seems to me that Naruto and Mirai's characters have changed. I saw them differently at first. I don't think the change is very noticeable. After the agreement was concluded, Naruto and Mirai went back to the clan. There was silence between them. Each was thinking about his own, Naruto about Kushina and when he would see her again, and Mirai about how the elders of the clan would react to this, and then, coming out of his thoughts, Naruto decided to break the silence. Do you think I can come to Kushina tomorrow and train with her? I don't think so. You need to stop communicating for a while. Now everyone has their own interests and everyone has their own ears. Once everything settles down in 2 or 3 years, you can continue your communication. Why did it take so long? Naruto was confused. It's for your and her safety. Well, basically, in a year you'll start the academy. You can address the class, but don't attract too much attention. Okay, I understand. The boy answered a little sadly. Well, don't be sad. You still have your whole life ahead of you. You'll definitely be on good terms with Kushina, the elder Uchiha encouraged the boy. Hope. By the way, how are your trainings going? Mirai changed the topic. Everything is fine. I do physical exercises, study clan taijutsu, and improve my chakra control. Wow. You're doing great. Don't you want me to train you? Can you really spare some time for training? Naruto said happily. Of course, the man said, stroking the boy's hair. Thank you. At this leisurely pace, Naruto and Mirai reached the Uchiha quarter. Naruto, do you want to have dinner with us? If it's not too much trouble for you. Of course not. What are you talking about? Let's go. Mirai enthusiastically led the boy after him. Having reached the house where Mirai and his family lived, the man and the boy entered the house where a 5-year-old girl ran out with a joyful cry. Dad has come, said the girl, hugging the man. Oh, little Makoto, how are you? Said the man, hugging the girl back. Dear, you have come. The hostess came out of the kitchen. Yes, my dear, and by the way, we have a guest. Let me introduce you to Naruto. Hello Naruto, my name is Makoto. The girl introduced herself in a friendly manner. Hello, nice to meet you, the boy shook the girl's hand. Hello Naruto, you're really cute. Hello? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself, Ayami. You can call me Aunt Ayami. So, since you've met, maybe we'll move on to dinner? Asked the head of the family. Dinner at Mirai's house was very cozy for Naruto. He didn't notice how he relaxed and didn't start his endless thoughts. After dinner was over, Naruto headed home with Mirai, who wanted to see him off. In general, Naruto, tomorrow during the day I will come to you. I will not set an exact time, but be ready. I will train you from the heart. At the last words on the man's face a grin appeared that foreshadowed hellish training. Okay, but that smirk of yours makes me think that training alone would be better. Oh, come on, I'm not going to torture you, really, the man chuckled. I'll take you at your word. Okay. After that, there was silence between the Uchihas. Everyone was thinking about their own things, but what Mirai was thinking about had not very good consequences for him, or rather, he was thinking about how he would explain himself to the elders. In such silence they reached Naruto's house. After saying goodbye, Naruto took water procedures and went to sleep. The next day Naruto woke up as usual. His morning was no different from the previous ones, but in the place where the council was held between the 3 elders and the 2 men of the Uchiha clan, there was complete chaos. The elders clearly expressed their displeasure through curses and angry looks. What do you mean we don't have the right to uzumaki anymore? What you heard? Mito-sama declared that Uzumaki Kushina will be under her care, Mirai said sternly. You son of a bitch, where is the respect for elders? Because of you, we lost good genes and few ninjutsu techniques. That's enough, Mirai, calm down and you shut up too, Shinji said sternly with steel, activating his Sharingan. Let's not raise our voices. Okay. The elders hissed loudly. I think it was a smart decision on Mito-sama's part. Didn't you think that sending your sons to spy on the head of the Uzumaki clan was a bad idea? Mirai asked. Don't you dare judge our decision, brat. Why were you so worried about Uzumaki being taken away? You weren't the ones against it initially? You're the one with the contradictions. Or are your worries caused by the fact that you won't be able to get the young Uzumaki for your sons? Mirai said angrily. So you know, we offered to use Uzumaki genes and techniques only so that the girl would be near Naruto. The boy lost his father and mother, there is no one around, no one will take care of him as his own child, and that girl was able to support him in a few hours so that he did not want to leave her. Because of this, we wanted to help him. Since we do not have enough time to take care of him because of your orders, you are simply disgusting. I have had enough. I will not appear at this council anymore. Mirai said what had been boiling for a long time and left the clan's territory. Mirai has become very attached to Naruto. Please understand and forgive him. No, this impudent fellow does not deserve a petition. I can advise you not to cross him, and those who are dear to him. Forgot his nickname in the war, and what his Mangekyo Sharingan is capable of. The head of the clan warned the old men against rash decisions. I think we should leave it at this point. A very angry man was walking along the streets of the village. There was an aura of anger around him because of which no one approached him and avoided him. He was heading towards Uzumaki. When there were a few minutes left before arriving at the destination, he tensed up and began to look around intently, and see if a tail had formed. Not finding anyone, he boldly walked to the house where Mito Uzumaki lived, knocking on the door. He began to wait for someone to open it, however, he did not wait long. Immediately, Mito herself opened the door and let him inside. Hello, Mito-sama. Hello, Mirai, are you alone? The woman was surprised by the absence of the Uchiha boy. Yes, and we need to talk first alone and then with Kushina, the man said seriously. Okay, come into the living room. I want to share with you some news from our clan, the man began, sitting down on the sofa. Go ahead. The elders of our clan want to use Kushina for their own purposes. I think you realize this after several Uchiha appeared on your territory. So these were the elders' children. I assumed that they would not suit Kushina at all. So these are your elders' people. After I noticed them, I immediately decided to take little Kushina for myself. I thought your clan had become vile. I don't want to admit it, but he is like that. Only a few people have the clan nobility that was in the past. And you are one of them. I don't feel a drop of lies in you. You say this with good intentions. How did you understand this? I thought you would think that this was our clan's plan to lure Kushina. The members of the Uzumaki main branch have empathy. They cannot be deceived. Wow. Mirai was genuinely surprised. So why did I come? You need to specifically work on Kushina and on the physical level, teach her clan taijutsu, and I'll work on Naruto. They need to be made stronger so they can stand up for themselves. I wanted to start anyway, but if you say that your clan wants to get Kushina, I will be tougher. That's the first thing. The second thing is I don't think they should see each other for a while. Our clan will be actively monitoring Naruto and his entourage, and Danzo has eyes and ears in the village. I can offer another option here. We don't need the connection between the children to disappear. I'll give you a few seals that will completely change the perception of chakra and change the color of your hair. You can use this and unnoticed by everyone, pull Naruto out of the clan, and then bring him in as well. Okay, I completely agree. Then the conversation with Kushina is cancelled. I wanted to tell her about it, but you found a solution. Thank you very much. You're welcome. After these words, Mirai went to Naruto to see his skills in person. When he reached his house, he did not find him inside and went out to the training ground. When he went out to the training ground, he saw the boy sitting motionless in the lotus position, looking at him with his scarlet eyes. He saw how the chakra moved and expanded his chakra channels. Seeing this, Mirai was pleasantly surprised. You're really great. Hello, Mirai. Yes, you can call me Uncle or Uncle Mirai, and there is no need for such formality. Okay, Uncle Mirai. So you're just improving your chakra control? No, I also practice taijutsu on a dummy. So you're beating up someone who won't fight back? The man asked, egging the boy on. Let's check what you learned by hitting the poor dummy, he said, and then ran at the boy Mirai. From that sudden movement the boy jumped to his feet but did not have time to dodge the blow to the body with his hand, only managed to put his hands to laugh at the blow, but it did not help much. He felt the force of the blow and flew to the tree behind. I need to work on my reaction. Mirai started taking notes, taking out a notebook and starting to write. Seeing this, Naruto decided to take advantage of the situation and quickly climbed a tree to hide, but for an experienced shinobi, it was not difficult to figure out Naruto's location. Putting his hand in his pouch, he took out a kunai and threw it millimeters from his hand. Take more chances this way. Taking the kunai, Naruto quickly changed the tree and then another, so that Mirai would definitely lose sight of him, and for the shinobi himself, it seemed funny how the boy wanted to hide from him, but still, he was glad that the boy did not rush into a frontal attack. At the moment when he was making a note about stealth, out of the corner of his eye he noticed movement on the branches of a tree, and then abruptly jumped away from the place where he stood, in the place where the elder Uchiha stood. A kunai was stuck within half a meter. Then a boy jumped out of the tree and began to reduce the distance, to which Mirai only closed the notebook. Approaching at arm's length, Naruto jumped and wanted to kick his right foot in the head, but Mirai stopped the blow with one hand and grabbed the leg, to which Naruto hit his right hand on the temple, but this blow was also blocked. Without losing his head, Naruto pushed off the man's body with his left foot and freed himself. Landing on the ground, he grabbed the kunai and ran back to attack. Naruto made a horizontal attack with a kunai on the body, but Mirai only took a step back. To this Naruto threw a kunai in the Uchiha's face and hit his leg, but Mirai gracefully fell onto the bridge and dodged the attack, giving a chance to attack. Mirai began to check how Naruto's defense was, sharply reducing the distance. He sent Naruto flying back with a blow from his left hand. After another blow, Naruto had the idea to use the Sharingan. He read that if you direct chakra to the eyes, the Sharingan is activated. Sitting under a tree, he closed his eyes and concentrated all the chakra in his eyes. After a few seconds he stood up and opened his eyes and saw genuine shock in Mirai's eyes. Now I have at least some chance to hurt you, uncle. Well, go ahead. Mirai lunged again, but this time Naruto clearly saw his movements but did not have time to get away from the trajectory of the blow. He only managed to put his hands in block. Gritting his teeth, Naruto stood up again, and this time he himself ran into the attack. It was easier to use clan taijutsu with his eyes, because it consists of predicting movement and delivering precise blows. Naruto kicked his right foot into the body and then abruptly gathered it so that Mirai did not grab it again. Seeing how Mirai moved his hand, he decided to anticipate the blow and dived under his arm and hit him in the ribs, and then he abruptly broke the distance. You're no slouch, but that's enough, the man said sternly. Why did I just start? Are you afraid of losing? Ha, that wasn't bad, but no, you can't use the Sharingan so early. Your chakra channels aren't fully strengthened for that kind of load. Okay, said the boy, and the color of his eyes became black again. Now let's look at what you need to improve, said the man, opening his notebook. All your statistics correspond to your age, and in some aspects better, but if you want to be strong and protect the people dear to you, you have to work hard. Please show me the program you are using. Right now, here you go. The boy held out the scroll. The program is good, but not as effective as if you were studying with me, Mirai said proudly after studying the scroll. So the program created by my father is about nothing? No, that's not what I meant. It's good, but he didn't expect you to develop quickly. With this program, you would have wasted time and it would have been harder to learn taijutsu. How come you wasted so much time? Well, your control is much better. You need to give more complex loads, and your taijutsu is worse, because there was no one to edit it. Now do you understand? Yeah. Well then, start training. Do the physical exercises according to the scroll. They are set well. Then drive the chakra through the channels for about 5 hours. What? Why so long? You'll thank me later when we study techniques. Fine. And then between physical and spiritual training we will practice taijutsu. You manage to use the clan style only with the Sharingan. We will teach you to predict movements without it, and hone the taijutsu itself. And like this every day? If you do everything on time, I will arrange an opportunity to meet with Kushina. I'm already running. After these words, Naruto rushed to do what Mirai said, and his action caused laughter from the elder Uchiha. The motivated boy quickly did everything to make it on time, and so Naruto's real training began. equals 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 part 7 equals 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 equals. Commentary on part 7. Enjoy reading Hugging Face. Naruto's harsh training continued day after day, and each time it became more difficult. From time to time, or rather once a week, Naruto met with Kushina, first at Mito's house, then at the playground. During these meetings, they discussed their training, complained about the teachers, and talked about everything under the sun. Sometimes they played shinobi on the playground with other children. Life went on as usual. The relationship between Naruto and Kushina grew stronger, and they made a few new friends. A dark-haired boy with a pineapple-like hairstyle, Shikaku Nara, smart for his age, but a very lazy boy. He and Naruto quickly found a common language. They loved to play various intellectual games that Shikaku brought from home, and also a black-haired girl with dark blue eyes, Mikoto Uchiha, was added to this company. Watching Naruto during meetings with Kushina, Mirai decided to add Mikoto to the guys. She quickly became friends with the children, especially with Kushina. While Naruto and Shikaku sat motionless and played shogi, the girls ran around the playground and tried to distract the boys from the boring game of figures for them. And what about Mirai and his training with Naruto? As it turned out, Mirai was an ordinary, unremarkable Uchiha at first glance, but for those close to him, he was the anti-Uchiha. He always joked, laughed, mocked, in a good way, and so he very quickly became a role model and a very close person for Naruto. The fact that he taught him also worked, and he himself did not remain indifferent. They developed more of a brotherly bond than a fatherly one. Naruto truly respected only him and wanted to be like his teacher. Naruto tried to copy the behavior of the elder, for which he received more than once. After all, according to Mirai, having your own idol and role model is good, but you do not need to make yourself an exact copy of him. You need to have your own personal highlight. By the way, kunai and shuriken throwing was added to Naruto's training. Otherwise, the training did not undergo major changes. Naruto had physical training first, then practice and sparring with Mirai, and finally meditation. Only the number and time of training changed, but the results were obvious. Naruto could defeat a weak genin, and if he used his eyes, then an average and in some very rare cases, a strong genin. Time skip 1 year. It's been exactly a year since Naruto met Kushina, and his life has changed dramatically. Although he lost someone important to him, he gained several new important people in return. This year Naruto, like all children his age, goes to the academy, and he was sincerely happy about it, because now he will have the opportunity to see his friends every day and not use a disguise. Until now, he dyed his hair blonde and used seals from Mito so as not to arouse suspicion among the higher-ups. With Mikoto it was easier. No one knew her, and without a clan symbol, she could easily pass for one without a clan symbol. And the Nara clan was known as a peaceful clan of geniuses, and the top brass of Konoha would not have concerns about a child from the Nara clan playing with the future vessel of the demon. In addition, the top brass of the village does not sharpen their teeth on the Nara clan, and there will be no consequences for them. This morning started very interestingly for Naruto. He woke up from being thrown out of a window. Due to such conditions, he quickly woke up and got his bearings, landing firmly on his feet. "Good morning, Mirai!" Naruto greeted when he saw the man on the roof. "Good morning, how do you like waking up?" Mirai smiled and asked. "Well, of all the things you did, that wasn't the most creative, you just threw it out the window." "Well, yes, we just don't have much time. Starting today, you and all your friends start the academy, so before it starts, we have to do some training, or rather, I have to teach you how to walk on a tree. So slow down. First, what time is it? And when does the academy start?" "It's 6 now, and the academy is at 8. "Why did you decide to teach me this now?" "Because your body is only now ready to use chakra in that direction." "And after the academy, no way?" "No, after I see you and Mikoto off, I'll go on a mission." "Term?" "A week." "Hooray!" A whole week of calm, full of happiness, Naruto began to run around the training ground. "Why are you so happy to see me go?" the man said, pretending to be sad. "Okay then, keep your eyes peeled." Mirai suddenly became more serious and began to walk along the tree. "If you give too little chakra you will fall, but if you give too much, the bark will start to break." "Understood." And the boy began to give chakra to his legs and walk along the tree. After taking a few steps he fell. Having stood up he gave chakra again, but this time the tree under his feet began to break. "That's not right, sensei. Can you show me again how you walk on a tree?" Of course, Mirai climbed the tree again and stood upside down. And Naruto concentrated chakra in his eyes and activated the Sharingan. Opening his eyes, he began to observe the concentration of chakra in the teacher's legs. Seeing how much chakra Mirai puts in, he put in the same amount and confidently walked along the tree. Well, how is it? Naruto spread his arms with satisfaction and began to wait for praise. Look, Kushina, the man pointed his finger to the right. Where? Said the boy, turning around and losing control. He fell from the tree. Well, as you can see, it's bad. You have to automatically put in chakra. Without thinking, you shouldn't pay attention to the fact that you're on a vertical surface, or on water. As soon as you can stand and fight on a vertical surface, we'll move on to water. I think a week will be enough for you. Okay, now can we have breakfast? Yes, of course, and don't forget to get dressed. Mirai, I have a question. And how will you be Makoto? I don't think the same as me. Of course not like you. My wife would have kicked me out of the house for such actions, and the most charming, handsome and best Uchiha would have walked around without a home. I should tell Auntie to teach you a lesson in modesty. I am the very picture of modesty. What's wrong with you? Yeah, then I'm Tobirama Senju. And so Naruto and Mirai prepared breakfast, and after that Naruto began to pack his things for the academy. Naruto, I'm from Makoto, then we'll come for you, okay? All. While packing his things, Naruto saw gifts from people close to him. They gave him nice gifts for his first birthday without his father. Flashback to October 10th, a little less than a year ago. This day did not bode well for Naruto. Today is October 10th, his birthday, which he loved until now. Kagami was always there on this day, but a year earlier he died in the war. Not long before this day, he loved to receive attention and gifts from his father on this day. He liked it, but for some reason he thought that from today on he would forget about this happiness. But his teacher and friends were of a different opinion. They wanted to support him on this day. Sitting at home, Naruto heard a knock on the door. Not expecting guests, he slowly walked towards the door. Opening it, he saw his teacher. Hello, Naruto. The man greeted cheerfully. Hello? So, Naruto, quickly get dressed in your best clothes and let's go. Where? Why? The boy wondered. Less questions, more action, otherwise I'll take it away like this. You can take it, I'm ready, the boy immediately responded to Mirai's statement. Okay, but no claims later. Taking the boy and closing his eyes, Mirai quickly went towards Mito's house, where the people closest to him were waiting for them. Having reached the house, Mirai put Naruto on the floor and began to lead him towards the living room, where everyone was waiting for them. When Naruto opened his eyes, he saw all his friends and Mito, and they said together, Happy birthday, Naruto! Thank you very much. Naruto was shocked, and he started crying involuntarily. Come on, Naruto, don't cry, today is your special day, Kushina encouraged. It will be a problem if you cry, said the pineapple. Well, tears don't suit you, added Kushina. Thank you guys, the boy thanked, having calmed down. Well, since everyone is here, let's sit down at the table, Mito said, leading Naruto to his place in the middle. Naruto's birthday was going just fine. The food they prepared was simply delicious. The atmosphere was wonderful. Naruto had already forgotten how sad he had been at the beginning of the day. Sitting at the table and joking, he was happy, really happy. Well, now it's time for the main thing, toast and gifts. Let me begin, said Mirai, taking the floor. Naruto, your life will be full of difficulties and trials, such as life. I would like to wish you not to lose the persistence with which you strive forward, but on the contrary, to increase it. The main thing is not to despair. There are such wonderful people next to you who are ready to support you at any moment. You do not need to carry all the difficulties of life only on your shoulders. It is easier to share it with someone. Yes, Naruto, father is right. We will always help you when you need help. Just ask. And so I want to wish you more nerve cells. After all, according to mother, my father is a very unbearable person, and you spend more time with him. Don't worry. Someday you will overtake him and you will no longer need to learn from him. The main thing is to be patient. Thank you very much, Mirai. Makoto, I will be very happy to overtake you, Mirai, as soon as possible. PFF, you're nowhere near me. But that's not the point. We have something for you here. And Mirai pulled out a tanto with a dark blade and red graphics. Bloody, from the scroll. This is for you, said Makoto. Wow, that's a tanto. I was just about to learn kenjutsu with a tanto. Don't worry, I'll definitely teach you. Thank you very much. Now may I continue the congratulations? Shikako attracted attention. Naruto, you know I don't like to talk much, but I would like to congratulate you on this day. You are as smart as me and my father. I want you to continue to develop mentally and physically, that it would be interesting to play with you. The most important thing is to have as few problems as possible, so as not to strain yourself, and here is my gift to you, so that you don't get stupid, said the boy, and handed over a box of shoge, an exclusive batch that only the heads of the Nara clan had. Thank you, Shika. Now we will alternate shoge, Naruto said with a smile. Well, Naruto, what can I wish for you? Follow the ninja code and don't stray from the right path. Find yourself a good companion who will help you and be your happiness in this world. Become a worthy ninja who will leave a mark in history. And most importantly, don't forget our agreement. First she wished, and then reminded Mito. Naru, I want to wish you more happiness in your life. I want you to smile more often and enjoy life. We will always be close. And Kushina hesitated a little, trying to think of what else to say. Thank you, Kushina. You don't need to say much. I'll understand you anyway, Naruto said, hugging Kushina's shoulders. And here is our gift from Grandma Mito. Here you go, said Kushina, and held out 2 pouches. These pouches have expansion seals on them, making them virtually bottomless. Thank you very much, Naruto thanked and immediately hung the pouches on his belt. Naruto, it's already quite late. I'll go home, otherwise Mom will scold me a lot. No offense, okay? Shikaka said. Of course not, what offense? Thank you very much for coming and keeping me company. Then Makoto and I will go too. Are you with us? No, I would like to walk around Konoha a little more. Okay, just don't be late, we're going. The man said goodbye and left with his daughter. Kushina, do you want to take a walk around Konoha? The boy asked, to which the girl turned her gaze to Mito. Go, I give you permission, but you must bring Kushina back safe and sound. 2 children were walking along the streets of the village, both wearing hoods that made it difficult to recognize the color of their hair. They looked very harmonious. The girl was constantly talking, and the boy was listening to her, only occasionally speaking, but both had a happy smile. My grandmother Mito and I started training in Uzumaki clan taijutsu. It's very difficult, to tell the truth. I'm not very good at mastering it yet, but I like this style. It's so unpredictable. I think you will be able to master it. I also have difficult training, but I can do it. Uncle Mirai is cruel in terms of training. Thank you, by the way. You know that next year we will finally be able to communicate normally. I'm so looking forward to that time. I can't wait either, but for now we need to build a solid foundation. Listen, Naruto, sometimes you're so boring and tedious, it doesn't suit you. Sorry. Hey, don't be offended. Let's go show you a place where you'll forget what you were sad about, said the girl and took Naruto's hand. Where are we going? To the mountain with the Hokage's faces. There's a simply wonderful view of the village from there. 15 minutes later, the 2 children were sitting on the stone face of the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju, the founder of Konohagakure. From this point, there was a beautiful view of the village. Well, how do you like it? The girl asked. It's so beautiful here, the boy said, enchanted by the view. I knew you'd like it here. When I first came here, I immediately wanted to climb this mountain. Someday my face will be on this mountain. I want to become the first woman of Hokage. Then I will help you achieve this goal and be your right hand. Haha, you will go and follow my orders. The first thing I will order you to look at the world more simply. Good, good. Naruto, what do you do in the evenings? The girl asked after a while, breaking the silence. Nothing special. In the evening I either meditate or am at home with Uncle Mirai. It's boring, but for example, I write stamps or just draw. And in the evenings I learn to cook, while listening to the history of the clan from Grandma Mito. Speaking of her, she told me that in a few days we will start awakening the chakra center. I can't wait, then I will use super cool techniques. Yeah, I think Mito-sama will be better than Uncle in the further development of chakra channels. And so the children sat until it got dark, and decided to go home. Naruto, as promised by Mito, took Kushina home and went home in a good mood. End flashback. At the moment, 3 Uchiha were heading towards the Shinobi Academy. In the middle was a man in a standard Jonin uniform, and to his right was a girl who looked very much like a man. She was wearing beige knee-length shorts and a black t-shirt with the Uchiha sign, and to the left was a boy in a black collared sweater and white shorts. Everyone had a serious expression on their faces. After all, they were from the Uchiha clan. At the gates of the academy they were met by a red-haired girl who was actively waving her hand at them and a very old woman who was behind them. Next to them stood a half-asleep Shikaku and his father in the same state. Hello Kushina, Shikaku, hello, Makoto and Naruto greeted each other. Hello? The named children greeted in response. You talk, I need to talk to Mito-sama, Mirai pushed the children away from himself. Do you think we'll end up in the same class? Kushina said loudly. Don't worry, Kushina, there's a 90% chance we'll be in the same class. Where does Shik get such confidence? Well, you and Kushina started training, and your chakra will be bigger and denser than all the applicants, and Naruto and I are the sons of clan heads, we should be enrolled in the best class. I wouldn't say I train, my father actually trains Naruto every day, I only joined recently. But you still have at least some kind of base. I don't think everyone will have one. I'm going to bed. I woke up too early today, Shikaka said and sat down under a tree, closing his eyes. Oh, I'm a bit worried. I don't understand how you can be so calm. Come on, Kushina, they are not alive. Hey, we're normal, we just don't worry about trifles, Naruto objected. Mito-sama, I have a mission coming up for about a week, please keep an eye on Naruto, we don't want Danzo to become interested in him again. Okay Mirai, don't worry, they'll be fine. Thank you, now excuse me, I have to go, goodbye. Goodbye. Hey kid, good luck at the academy. Uncle, are you leaving already? Dad, can't you wait for us? Sorry daughter, Daddy has to be at the village gates already, the other ninjas are waiting for me. Okay, good luck on the mission, Makoto said sadly. Yes, Uncle Mirai, come back soon. Just this morning you were happy that I was leaving. Don't make me embarrassed. Okay, I'm going, don't be bored. Good luck, the Uchiha children said together. 10 minutes later, all the children who wanted to enroll had gathered near the academy. As soon as everyone had gathered, the Hokage came out on stage in a white robe and hat. He had noticeable wrinkles on his face, and his hair had started to stand in some places. This Hokage was none other than Hiruzen Sarutobi. After he came out, he started talking about the will of fire. Our company listened to him for exactly 3 minutes and realized that this was complete nonsense, and this speech continued for 30 minutes. The Hokage skillfully brainwashed the children. Finally, after the speech was over, a ball was pulled out onto the stage and a chunin with brown hair came out with it. Good day, future shinobi, my name is Yumina Kenji. Now I will call you one by one to test your strength, and so we will distribute you into classes. And this chunin began to call all the children. Each time Kushina became more and more worried, but then it was Shikaku's turn. Hey, sleeping beauty, they're calling for you, Makoto woke up Shikaku. After waking up, the sleepy boy went to the stage and put his hand on the ball. After that, the ball turned black. Shikaku Nara's class, next is Uchiha Makoto, the chunin announced. I hope we will be in the same class. Me too, the red-haired girl answered. After doing the same actions as Shikaku, Makoto's ball also turned black. Uchiha Makoto's class, next Uchiha Naruto. Come on Kushina, you'll be next. Yeah, the girl answered in a ringing voice. Naruto's ball turned black as soon as he extended his hand and there were 15 centimeters left to the ball. Wow, Uchiha Naruto's class, next is Uzumaki Kushina. Kushina was very worried, doubted, but still did the same as the others. Her ball, just like Naruto's, without the touch itself but at a distance of 10 centimeters, became black. Uzumaki Kushina's class, all those who got into S class wait for me. Well, you see, I told you there was nothing to worry about, and you immediately said that I was not alive. My proposal was correct after all, we ended up in the same class. God, I'm so glad that we're in the same class, I was so worried. Come on Kushina, it's all over, Makoto reassured her friend. After the distribution was over, Kenji led the children who got into the S class. After some time, they arrived in the classroom and began to take their seats. By the way, there were 3 people per desk, which complicated the situation for the children, but they sat as close as possible. Naruto and Shikaku sat at the last desk in the first row, and the girls were in front of them. Naruto and Kushina sat near the window, and Makoto and Shikaku were to their right. Fugaku sat down with the girls, and Choza Akamichi sat with the boys. Our company immediately agreed to change with each other every day as soon as we entered the classroom, so it didn't matter to them who sat next to them. As soon as everyone sat down, the chunin began to speak. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Yumina Kenji. I am a teacher at the academy, and I will teach you for 6 years. My dream is to raise a worthy generation of ninja. I like it when there are peaceful times, and I don't like it when children are very capricious. Now let's all introduce ourselves the same way. Begins. Naruto, unlike Kushina, didn't listen to anyone at all. As soon as he looked around the entire class, he singled out only a few interesting people he wanted to listen to. As soon as it was one of them's turn, he began to listen attentively. My name is Heishi Hyuga. My goal is to become like my father. I like training with my father and brother. I don't like it when someone offends my brother. I can get along with him. I don't think he's too arrogant. Naruto thought. I am Minato Namikaze. My dream is to become Hokage. I like to play with friends, but I don't like it when someone interferes with me doing my own thing. He seems to be playing the role of a fool. During the test, he was more collected and cold. It doesn't matter. Hello everyone, my name is Fugaku Uchiha. I want to be friends with you. I like it when my father is free and at home. I don't like it when he's at work. This one is definitely a fool. He hasn't grown up mentally yet, basically, like most of my classmates. My name is Makoto Uchiha. My goal is to become a worthy Kenichi of the Uchiha clan. I like it when my father trains me and spends time with my friends. I don't like it when any of them are sad. I'm Kushina Uzumaki. My goal is to become the first female Hokage databane. I also like spending time with my friends and grandma, learning new things. What I don't like is when one of my friends complicates the meaning of life. It seems I really deserve to think, since Kushina said it right in class. I am Shikaku Nara. I want to become a stone, lie down and not bother anyone. I like to play shogi and lie down. I don't like to do anything. That's in Shikaku's repertoire. Naruto Uchiha, Kenji announced. Uchiha Naruto, the goal is to help the future Hokage. Likes training, doesn't like it, no such thing. Since everyone has introduced themselves, you are now free. Classes will start tomorrow, don't be late. After these words, the children headed towards the exit of the academy. Outside, parents met their children. Shikaku's father came for him, Mito came for Kushina, and Ayami came for Makoto and Naruto. The children talked a little more and said goodbye. So, what grade are you in? Ayami asked. We are all in the same class. Wow, you're lucky. Yes, but in the classroom there are desks for 3 and we sat in pairs, said Makoto. Okay, it's not a big problem. Let's have you eat what I made for you at home. With pleasure, Naruto agreed. And so Naruto had a delicious lunch in the company of Makoto and Ayami. Having thanked them, he went home, to continue to bring tree walking to an automatic level. Commentary on Part 7. This is the last chapter of this summer. The next one will be in September 100%.